Michael Pollan and the host delve into the complexities of psychedelics, examining psilocybin's transformative potential and the necessary caution due to mental health risks.
On this show, you're the first who didn't say the ingredient in magic mushrooms. It's an unfamiliar word to many.
I think folks know about the Johns Hopkins studies and some incredible life-changing stories, but this isn't for everyone. If you struggle with normal consciousness, it's likely not for you.
Pollan emphasizes that individuals predisposed to conditions like schizophrenia or bipolar disorder should avoid psychedelics, as these substances may act as triggers.
It's a real issue with people with psilocybin. A psychedelic trip can set you off if you're at risk for schizophrenia. It's crucial to stay away if you have these risks.
They lament the missed opportunity of decades of research lost due to prohibition and argue that legalization would enable proper regulation and safe usage.
Prohibition has really set back research decades. We're picking up the thread again, resuming all that research.
The conversation questions the Schedule I classification, arguing it undermines these substances' medicinal potential.
It's an issue with scheduling. Schedule 1 is for things with zero medical value, but a lot of these drugs actually have potential.
The fact is, Schedule 1 means high potential for abuse, but that's not true for psychedelics. They're non-addictive.
Pollan remains optimistic, foreseeing expanded drug trials leading to greater acceptance and medical use.
I hope what we're on track to see is these trials will expand. There will be Phase 3 drug trials, the last step before FDA approval.
Michael Pollan dives into the world of psychedelics, blending curiosity with courage. His approach is immersive, choosing to experience substances like LSD and psilocybin firsthand. This mirrors his past explorations, such as purchasing a steer to understand the cattle industry.
I was a nervous Nelly, really considering the risk profile of psychedelics. Physiologically, the risks are quite low for drugs like LSD and psilocybin. They're much less toxic than many over-the-counter drugs, and there's no lethal dose.
Pollan emphasizes the minimized physiological risks, finding them significantly lower than those posed by common medications.
So, it's about creating situations that reduce risks. Some fear they'll think they're an orange. Starting with fear can manifest anxiety.
A good guide can work you through this. We avoid saying bad trip. We prefer challenging trip, which can lead to valuable insights.
Pollan credits a good guide for turning potentially unsettling experiences into profound opportunities for learning.
Being psychedelically naive was a positive. It allowed me to capture the wonder of first experiences.
His first-hand experiences capture an authentic sense of wonder, layered with insights from his adventurous journey with Paul Stamets to hunt potent mushrooms.
We found the strongest psilocybin near the mouth of the Columbia River. It was a practical and revealing trip.
Pollan's journey into the realm of psychedelics, fraught with cultural stigma and legal risks, seeks to understand the mind profoundly, akin to using microscopes in biology.
As someone who's advocated for psychedelics, it's exciting to see someone like you step into this topic. Your well-respected stance is causing people to reconsider their views.
The conversation delves deep into consciousness and the mysterious realms accessed through 5-MeO-DMT, a powerful psychedelic derived from the Sonoran Desert toad.
You take one puff, and before you exhale, it's like being shot out of a cannon. There's no let-up, no warm-up, just a mental storm. It felt like being strapped to a rocket, with G-forces pulling my cheeks.
This visceral description captures the overwhelming nature of the experience, a journey into a dimension devoid of self, space, and time.
There was no space. There was no time. There was no self. Just an unendurable, punishing roar in my ears. It was terrifying, like I was dying. Then, as I came down, I felt incredible gratitude. Not just for being alive, but for the existence of anything at all.
The host adds insight into the common practice of taking multiple hits, leading to deeper dissociation.
That's what I was just going to tell you. Really? Yeah, because you only took one hit. You usually take 3. It's the one drug where you're not there anymore.
I don't know how I could have taken 3 hits. I hadn't exhaled the first one when I was gone.
They acknowledge the legal shifts surrounding the substance and its extraction process.
By the way, no frogs were harmed. You can milk them. It was legal until recently, 2011.
The dialogue uncovers not just the intense psychedelic journey, but also the profound existential insights and shifts in perception that follow. This exchange emphasizes the potential for transformation through such powerful experiences, challenging conventional boundaries of perception and understanding. Today's discussion delves into the shifting societal perspective on psychedelics like psilocybin and MDMA, particularly regarding their potential for therapeutic use.
If the results of those trials are anywhere near as good as the Phase 2 trials, the FDA will approve psilocybin as a medicine and MDMA, looking at its use for treating trauma.
The irony in drug scheduling is noted, with opioids placed under Schedule 2, whereas psychedelics remain at Schedule 1 despite their therapeutic potential.
And then we will be in a world where they'll have to reschedule it to 2 or 3. The drug causing most suffering in our country is not a Schedule 1. It's a Schedule 2.
Efforts to drive change face challenges, yet there's surprising support from some conservatives, hinting at possible bipartisan backing.
One of the things that surprised me is there are voices on the right supporting this research.
And anyone who has a loved one going through a terminal illness and sees the alleviation of anxiety, that's powerful.
Public figures like Larry Hagman and Cary Grant serve as modern myths, embodying the transformative power of psychedelics.
Larry Hagman was asked what makes him so happy, and he said he had a profound acid trip once.
Well, he took a powerful dose of LSD, and it completely alleviated his worries about dying.
There's growing interest in ketamine for treating depression, legal due to its history as an anesthetic.
There are ketamine clinics where psychiatrists administer it. It's not a classic psychedelic, but offers therapeutic benefits legally.
The conversation explores how psychedelics dissolve entrenched patterns of thought, using a vivid metaphor from Michael Pollan.
Imagine your mind as sleds going down that snowy hill. Psychedelics allow you to break free of those grooves and experience the world in a new way.
That's a brilliant metaphor. It really captures how people slip into predetermined patterns without realizing it.
They explore the opposition between contemporary culture's irony and the raw, unfiltered experiences psychedelics provide.
In our ironic culture, we're guarded, avoiding strong experiences. But psychedelics strip that away. It's not cool or detached. It's intense and genuine.
The discussion touches on Terence McKenna's stoned ape theory. Pollan shares his skepticism, finding it more speculative than scientific.
I looked at McKenna's theory on brain evolution, but didn't find it persuasive. It's an intriguing idea, but more of a mind game.
I struggle with the idea that genetic evolution favored heavy psychedelic users. That part just loses the plot for me.
While McKenna's evolutionary claims fall short, Pollan highlights the cultural impact of psychedelic experiences, linking them to historical innovations like the environmental movement.
Psychedelics have influenced cultural evolution significantly. People who've taken them introduced groundbreaking ideas to our society.
They recount a story from the 1960s, when a campaign inspired by psychedelic culture went viral, leading to iconic moments.
A campaign in 1966 took off, generating buzz and eventually leading NASA to create an iconic image, a testament to how psychedelics can ripple through.
Michael Pollan embarks on a mushroom hunting journey with renowned mycologist Paul Stamets. In search of the potent psilocybe azurescens, they explore a stark winter landscape, symbolizing the balance between curiosity and caution in psychedelics.
You know, people with their mushroom spots. So we went hunting in forlorn December weather. We spent days searching.
Finding these mushrooms wasn't just about the thrill of discovery. Pollan highlights the potential dangers of mushrooms that share appearances with psilocybin, yet possess fatal consequences.
There are mushrooms that look exactly like psilocybin that can cause an agonizing death.
Guided by Stamets, Pollan felt reassured despite the lingering effects. The experience deepened his connection to nature.
We change plants. They change us. During the experience, I felt that in a profound way.
Pollan considers plant consciousness, where gardens symbolize a dynamic coexistence of life and awareness. This relationship highlights the co-evolutionary connection humans share with nature.
One of the things that happens on psychedelics is everything has life in it, has consciousness.
He explores the underground community of psychedelic guides, recognizing both professionalism and risk. Pollan recalls encountering a disconcerting guide.
There was one guy. His casual approach to danger troubled me.
I once had an experience on a high dose of marijuana edibles, feeling like they were aware of me. It was strange.
The conversation shifts to the potential impact of psychedelics on ancient cultures and their spiritual beliefs.
DMT is everywhere in the plant world. it's plausible psychedelics nurtured a religious impulse.
Exploring connections between ancient Greeks and Egyptians, the discussion raises questions about their use of psychedelics.
The Greeks and Egyptians, did they connect psychedelics to the pineal gland?
DMT has been found in humans, but not specifically in the pineal gland.
The pineal gland and the Eye of Horus. So much knowledge lost with the Library of Alexandria.
These reflections underscore the depth of lost knowledge and enigmatic connections of past civilizations. Ancient beliefs may have been intricately woven with psychedelic experiences.
I've opened my mind to many things after these experiences.
Michael Pollan navigates the intersection of psychology, medicine, and culture through psychedelics. Initially known for food and agriculture, Pollan's unexpected venture into this realm captures intrigue.
It's a departure. People expecting agriculture might be surprised, but they're intrigued.
His research journey, inspired by studies at Johns Hopkins and NYU, delves into the transformative potential of psychedelics, especially for cancer patients.
A single psilocybin session helped patients face death with calmness.
Pollan reflects on his limited personal encounters with psychedelics, shaped by cultural anxieties of his youth.
Did you have any psychedelic experiences before writing?
Very limited. In college, it was mainly alcohol.
Scare stories influenced his cautious stance, emphasizing set and setting in shaping experiences.
Depending on mindset, it can be either ecstatic.
Michael Pollan embarks on a mushroom hunting journey with renowned mycologist Paul Stamets, searching for the potent psilocybe azurescens against a stark winter backdrop, embodying the balance between curiosity and caution in exploring psychedelics.
I would not recommend doing it yourself with psilocybin just because it's not like looking for chanterelles or morels. Some mushrooms that look exactly like psilocybin can give you just an agonizing death.
Accompanied by Stamets, Pollan felt reassured. His transformative experience deepened his connection with nature, underscoring the coevolutionary relationship humans share with plants.
We change plants. They change us. In the same way that the apple tree or the flower is manipulating the bee, plants work on us.
The conversation dives deep into the complexities of psychedelics, focusing on psilocybin and its potential along with associated risks.
Psilocybin can be a trigger for those at risk of schizophrenia. It's crucial to avoid it if you have such predispositions.
Pollan emphasizes that individuals predisposed to conditions like schizophrenia or bipolar disorder should avoid psychedelics, as these substances may act as triggers. The missed opportunities due to research prohibitions are highlighted, with a call for legalization to enable regulation and safe use.
Prohibition has set back research decades. We're now resuming these critical studies.
The classification of psychedelics under Schedule 1 is questioned for undermining their medicinal potential.
Schedule 1 implies no medical value, but these substances have potential.
Psychedelics are non-addictive, and I hope expanded trials will lead to FDA approval.
Optimism is expressed for future trials leading to greater acceptance and medical use. The stoned ape theory by Terence McKenna suggests psilocybin mushrooms influenced human evolution by enhancing brain functions.
Could psilocybin have contributed to language development and neuron expansion? It's a wild, yet compelling idea.
There's a mix of skepticism and respect for McKenna, with Dennis McKenna offering a scientific angle.
Our ancestors might have experimented with psychedelics, and McKenna saw language as a synesthetic experience while on psilocybin.
Psychedelics are compared to radiation, acting as cultural mutagens that can spark significant innovation.
Like radiation in evolution, psychedelics create cultural variations. Even if most ideas seem absurd, transformative ones can emerge.
The notion of ancient experimentation with psilocybin to advance culture is fascinating.
The guest discusses his book, How to Change Your Mind, on psychedelics' role in consciousness and growth.
The book explores what psychedelics teach us about consciousness and addiction. It's available in audio too.
The conversation ends with a promise of continuing discussions on psychedelics' profound connections to evolution and culture.